Everybody, it's time for the Saturday morning challenge. I thought that we're going to play Ruby Storm today. Ruby Storm has been looking great. I think we're going to have a really good list. We've been spending a long time tuning it. And then yesterday, we played one more league with this Blue-Red Wizards build that we brewed on stream, and we like 5-0'd, and the deck was sick, dude. Specifically, Flame of Anor seems super well positioned in a metagame of Nadu and Ruby Storm. It kills Nadu while also drawing 2 cards. It kills Shuko, kills Ruby, kills Ral. Card is just great. Also, like flipping Tamiyo on turn 3 while killing your things, nasty. Party Thrasher is also really, really, really good. A lot of card selection. It's a mana advantage. Good blocker. Turn 2 Wizard for turn 3 Flame of Anor. Invert Polarity's been great. Been liking the energy package too of Amulet Discharge to the narrative. This has been feeling real nice. I decided to feel like we're not going to play against Mill in the challenge probably, so I'm decided to cut the Emrakul, play Mind Break Trap. For Ruby Storm, where it looks like we're on the play for round number 1. Lovely hand. Gonna turn 1 Tamiyo, then discharge your snare on turn 2 with the Surveil land. What should you play to Seagull or Nev? I haven't played any Pioneer since Atlanta. I haven't done any RCQs. I have no idea what the format looks like really. Still waiting on an opponent to show up. Thanks to everybody for joining me this Saturday morning. I'm pretty excited. This just feels so nice. I thought about cutting the 3rd Invert Polarity. The card was really good yesterday. Thought about playing like the first Logic Knot instead, just for like mana curve considerations. Is Snare just better than Pierce in the current meta? I think so. I think Snare is really, really good right now. You could play Pierce too, though. I think I just want like at least 2 Snares. Just like every deck seems like they're packing a million 2-drops. I'm gonna try to do no hand hider. Please don't ghost me. Please don't ghost me. I just want to play a normal game of Magic. Not the best deck to go no hand hider, but want to play a good, clean, honest game. So my opponent is on the play. They've got a Wooded Foothills, no Gigantha, so less likely to be Ruby Storm. Elves, huh? Let's fucking go. Wonder how our elves matchup is. Probably not great. The graveyard another Tamiyo. I'm a little scared to Galvanic Discharge this Lenore Elves and let my opponent maybe Priest of Titania me. I think I'm gonna hold up the snare. Imagine Brothers Hidden here over Meltdown. Yeah, maybe Brothers Hidden is just better. My opponent plays a Heritage Druid. Oh, double Nettle Sentinel. Streaming on a weekend? Yep. But no, I usually like to try to do some challenges over the course of the month. I know I haven't been doing them lately, but I've also just kind of been taking it easy with knowledge that MH3 is gonna be crazy. Oh, they kept a 1-land Llanowar Elves hand. Okay, always bolt the bird, I guess. So I guess I'm gonna tune the narrative. Miss my land drop. Hold up Bolt/Snare. Maybe get smacked for 4 here. Could have possibly been better to just hold the Tamiyo back to like gain 2 life instead of get a clue token. If they play a Heritage Druid, I need to bolt a Sentinel in response, probably. Thrasher and Iteration is suggestic. Why did you choose not to play Iteration? I'm playing this card, Unstable Amulet, instead, which is better, I think. I think Amulet's better than Iteration, which is, I think, a pretty good reason, right? I guess I should bolt now so they can't go land Court of Calling for Heritage Druid. Could be good to play Thrasher instead. I think I just want to try to hit some land drops. There we go. Alright, let's shock hold up the Spell Snare. We're going to leave Tamiyo back to block this time. Well, that's bad news. Hopefully I get to snare something. Play a 2-drop. The deck based around Dressed Down Null Drifter and Flage is cute. It could be doing so. I think Dressed Down Null Drifter is not like the best plan ever, or not a very good plan. From 1 land to 7 mana. And a Spell Snare this, I guess. That was good. The court for a 3rd Nettle Sentinel. Probably just in an unwinnable position at this point. Oh, they got Quarian Ranger instead of Nettle Sentinel? That kind of can't be right. They're King 2 months, welcome back. Is Eldamri glimpse at home? Eldamri and Leaf Crown Visionary are your glimpses when you play elves. I'm gonna concede. We can't win. Tough game. Could have played better for sure. Just bolt the bird. I don't know if they just have Priest of Titania though. Like, that's so tough. Okay, Dress Downs are probably coming into. Mindbreak Trap's kind of a funny card in this matchup. Invert Polarity, too expensive. Invert Thrasher. Is Tidebinder good? It can be good against Elvish Warmaster, but not ideal. It can be good against Leaf Crown Visionary, but not ideal. I think I'm gonna play 1 copy over Tune the Narrative number 4. No main deck Wratholite card. No. No, I'm not main decking. I know. I forgot to play my Anger of the Gods of the main deck today, but I was not planning for round 1 else. I don't know what to say. So lists I've seen, I only have 3 Sentinel. Oh, those lists are wrong. But that might be why. You gotta play 4, I think. Why Snare over Scolding to hit Ruby Storm? Yeah, Spell Snare is an incredible card, I think. There's a lot of stuff. There's, I don't know, even beyond just the, a lot of the stuff that Scolding hits, Snare also hits, but Snare, yeah, hitting Ruby is really important at the moment. Hitting Counterspell is really nice. Hitting opposing Amulets has been good. I think Scolding's just better sideboard card in general. Yeah, both the Bergeristic. I know, but it's... If they had Priest of Titania, we were also, like, losing that game. Is what it is. Also, if they went, like, land Eldamri, we could just, like, Galvanic the Eldamri. Is Chris Furry push out of Wizards? Yeah, that card sucks, I think. It's, like, much worse than Tamiyo, Party Thrasher, Snapcaster, Tidebinder, I think. I'm not really close to wanting to register that card. I know that other people play that card, but big hater, I guess. I'm gonna go to 5. Let's see what my opponent does. They go to 6. I gotta go to 5. Okay, pretty good 5. So I think my 5-card hand is gonna be like, put back the Amulet and the Snapcaster probably. Flute stops Heritage Druid. Flute does not stop mana abilities. No. My opponent also goes to 5. No, they say they keep 6. I'm gonna lead on the Tamiyo instead of holding up the Scolding. I think drawing Tune the Narrative. Let's just go Scolding / Tune. Although I'll crack a clue if they don't play into it, but I kind of don't imagine they won't. Destructive Revelry for Storm Sideboard for Leyline of the Void and Damping Sphere. I'd much rather play Pick Your Poison, which is 1 mana, but I at the moment I just think you should just have Wish, be able to wish for your answer. Because it's kind of hard to know like what lock pieces your opponents are going to have. Not this time. Get another 1-lander. Very funny. I just Counterspell Clue token, I think, here. A lot of stuff we can let resolve and try to set up for Flame of Anor. Yeah, I can let that resolve. Tamiyo flips. Your turn. Is Tamiyo good or bad? Tamiyo's great. I thought you were impressed by Wish. I didn't want to play Wish in the early drafts because people weren't playing lock pieces for Storm. Now that people are playing a lot of lock pieces for Storm, I think it's an important tool to have access to. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick up the Scolding and then play Party Thrasher with Scolding up. This is Tamiyo Inquisitive Student. 1 mana 0/3 flyer, attacks make a clue. Flips to be a Planeswalker 2 loyalty, pluses to 2. Attacking creatures get -1, -0. -3, return instant or sorcery from graveyard to hand. Some irrelevant text in this deck. And then -7 to draw half of your library, rounded up. Okay, pretty nice Dismember. Kind of surprised they brought that in. It's interesting. I don't think it's bad, just wasn't a card I was expecting to see. How's Tommy without another green permanent? So Tommy doesn't care about green permanents. It cares about green instants or sorceries being returned. And she's fun. Let's get the Snare. We're going to pass up on a Flame of Anor, especially one that I can Convoke. I'll draw 2, deal you 5. Counterspell up. It's possible to hate Storm out in the format? Yeah. A lot of good hate cards exist. I have the draw. I want the second Thrasher over the Tidebinder. Okay. Hopefully we can not mull to 5 in game 3. We'll see. And hopefully they keep a third one-lander. MBT on the draw. My problem with Mindbreak Trap in this matchup is it's good in the games you lose, probably. Where you just need to contain your opponent from being able to play multiple spells on a turn. Seems like the most important thing. Seems really tough to mulligan Bolt Scolding on the draw. 20 land deck. What's your thought concerning Party? Let's say the card's great. It's really 4 toughness is huge, a lot of card selection. It's a wizard. The Convoke is pretty relevant. Okay, so population size 53. Sample size 2 successes in population, 20 successes in sample. We're 61% to hit. I think it's even, so like, I think we're even kind of okay if we miss for a turn. So like if we put that up to 3, 76, I'm gonna click the keep button. We also have tuned the narratives too as like, you know, cantrips. My opponent has also not played a 1-drop in their elf deck. I'm going to Scolding instead of Surveil. I think it is kind of close. Wizard should help us hit some land drops and maybe convoke some stuff if we're lucky. Atlas War Master, they have a land. Nope. What are we putting back here? I think I might discard the amulet. Gonna be kind of hard to tap out for. So we can dress down in my instep here. Seems okay. I'm gonna bolt the War Master here. Could put nothing back, maybe. I'm gonna probably just the Tamiyo. Just hit our land drop and pass with some mana up. How do you feel about the font change on old border cards? I think it's okay. I don't have. I think I am slightly for it, but I don't have strong feelings. On Magic Online, it could be nice if you could just have the option for your font choice. Giant Look with the 10 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, so like one nice thing about Party Thrasher is like without preordain you lose some card selection, but you just get so much card selection with the Thrasher. So I'm gonna court for 1 end of turn. We're here, and then gonna get Heritage Druid, I guess. Should have font choice in paper. Did they change the font in paper too? RPG players at Twitch Prime, thank you so much. Oh, they got a symbiote. That's fine. Still get to draw our 2 cards. Probably discard a Tarn here. The Dark Fire will not avail you, Wirewood Symbiote. Draw 2, 5 damage. That goes crazy, dude. Party Thrasher, huge slept-on card, I think. Quarian Ranger, huh? Kind of don't love letting this resolve, but I think I probably should. I think I have 1 of Cheeky 6 in Yogg. 6 is a good card. I could definitely see being right for some sideboard plans of Yogg, some more grindy versions of Yogg. I'm not sure if it's right. Just as like a value core target, because you already have that in Grist. Let me use Counterspell over Stern Scolding. Although, if my opponent has a... If they have Heritage Druid in their hand, I do just kind of lose this game, so let's actually not Counterspell this. So they have Cord up here. I'm gonna decline to cast this so I could Snap Bolt and Counterspell. Or Counterspell Scolding, Counterspell. Mr. Preppy, Twitch Prime, thank you, welcome back. Three cards in their hand. I'll Counterspell if their hand is like second Heritage Druid, Eladamri, then we could get got, but that's pretty specific 2 cards. One of the 2 cards is Windswept Heath. The community claims for Death and Taxes test win. I might work on that today, actually. Galvanic Discharge we'll take. Then I'm just going to go ahead and tap the Thrasher so that I can have Snap Flame of Anor up. You can only convoke non-creature spells from exile too, but you also couldn't convoke because of blue. So if I snap Flame Quarian Ranger here, there's like not really much they can do with 1 card in their hand. Because if the last card is another elf, then it can't be Eladamri. But if their last card is like Court of Calling, Snap Flame can get maybe a little weird, so I think I'm supposed to respond. Can maybe kill Nettle Sentinel instead of the Ranger. The Ranger does propose a little bit more mana. I guess because they do get that land drop off the Quarian Ranger. If their last card is like exactly Eladamri. But they can't Eladamri and then cast anything. It's Zuri. Okay, I mean, they've got some stuff. We have so much card selection with the Thrasher, which is nice. I think I'm discarding Tamiyo. Okay, Snapcaster's nice. We'll just snap discharge the Azuri and hold up Counterspell. Azuri cannot regenerate itself. Get in for 2. Snapcaster back. Yeah, Snapcaster has been back for a little bit since the printing of Flame of Anor. The card has like become playable again. Was pretty unplayable for a long time. No longer. Not gonna cycle the dress down here. Thrasher. Okay, we'll take a Tune the Narrative, and then I'm gonna play this amulet before I cast the Tune the Narrative so I can get an extra damage. Might as well tap this first. Wow. So let's cast this Tune the Narrative for free, or by tapping a Snapcaster. Let's cast this Tune the Narrative for free by tapping a Snapcaster. And I think I'm just going to go dress down in my instep. But Bob is still... Caustic Bronco is like a better Dark Confidant, and that card is kind of playable. But just like stronger card overall. Why Wizards over Ruby Server Challenge? So I was very close on which one I wanted to play, and I had reasons for wanting to play both, and I decided to play this instead after tweeting, and overwhelmingly people said they wanted to see Wizards. But also, so like everybody online yesterday is freaking out about Nadu. It seems everyone's freaking out about Nadu. We played this deck. I only have 16 cards in my deck. I don't need to cool it too much. Everyone online freaking out about Nadu yesterday. I was playing this deck. We played against Nadu only one time, but we also played against with the Jeskai Flage deck that was kind of similar, and we beat Nadu with this deck and that deck like really handily too. And so I'm not saying that this archetype is going to just be the answer to defeating Nadu, but I kind of feel like there's a chance. It seems that despite everyone on Twitter and Reddit being like, Nadu's new Hogak, Nadu's going to be banned for sure. When I played the matchup yesterday with this deck, it seemed like pretty easy. It seemed pretty easy. Like our threats, like just our answers just lined up so well against their threats. Flame of Anor, even like Spell Snare to catch up. The Scoldings like to deal with their stuff. Yesterday, the Wrath of the Skies was awesome. Flame of Anor specifically was just so good against them, and also just having a good amount of counter magic seemed like a big key too. And maybe that changes, and maybe I'm wrong, and like again, my sample size is small, so I'm not saying that this deck is just going to like crush Nadu or anything, but if it is, if this is going to be a deck that has a good matchup against Nadu, it's important to test it. You know what I mean? It's important to try to test that theory. So I have 5 cards left in my deck here. Should be able to kill them right now. I don't know, yeah. Nadu's a really strong card. Nadu's a really strong card, very poorly designed. The gameplay is miserable against it. Gameplay is kind of miserable with it. But it's week 1, and I'm not ready to say that the sky is falling when it comes to Nadu. And this is part of me. I want to play against Nadu with this deck really badly and kind of test the theory that this build is going to be able to contain it. Because so we played the matchup yesterday. Game 1, we were super duper ahead. And then they shifted Woodland their Nadu, which ignored my counterspells in hand, which was really scary. But we still won that game, and then we just crushed them game 2, despite them having like a strong draw. So I don't know. Very small sample size, but part of the reason why I wanted to play this deck today was me thinking that Like, if this is just like the blue-red deck that is like exists in the format, there's like a pretty good chance it just crushes Nadu, and if that's the case, then you know that's something that feels important to prove. But again, it's early, and I don't know that that's true. It's a deck that comes with a Shuko. Yeah, so this is the case too. It's like, so one thing with the Nadu combo deck is the card Nadu is really hard to interact with, but I have found if you just kill their Shuko and you kill their, and sometimes the 2/3 that they cord for that activates for 0 can be tough too. But if you just kill their Shuko, sometimes that's a really good way to like play too, which is why like Flame of Anor having the main deck shatter is so important. Just kill the Shuko. Also, this can trade with Nadu profitably. There are very few cards in the format that just answer Nadu profitably. This one kills Nadu, draws 2. They draw 1. You're still up a card. It's pretty nice. Is this just Death and Taxes? Sure. Yes. There's a Revoker. I don't know if that's good enough against Nadu. I mean, Revoker is very good against Nadu, I think. Playing 10 Texas, Interruptor's insane. I'm up to 4. Okay, that's good feedback. Interruptor's been a card I've been like really low on, but Interruptor does seem very good against Ruby Storm. It actually seems like a really good recruiter target. At the very least, the first is a recruiter target, so you can like interact with your opponent's spells. Seems nice. David Mindset's just kind of sick too. Okay, just 2 Avens. Could you splash blue for Lavinia? I'm kind of a Lavinia hater. I feel like the card has always been pretty overrated. But you could. Like, I just don't think she's worth splashing for by herself. Alright, don't need a 3rd Snapcaster, probably. Yeah, Canonus is tutorable. I mean, even Interrupter, like, at the very least, like Storm can't beat this card. So, that seems like the first card copy will at least be in the deck. And then maybe we'll just do the same thing, start with 1 and get more. I do like Anointed Peacekeeper. It's just a little annoying you can't tutor for it. Okay, we'll let this one resolve. Let's focus on the Chally, huh? Keep a land here. Locking in. Red. Dasher Ragavan. Dude, kill your thing, get 2 energy is so crazy. If we can stick an amulet, it's just Ogre. I guess I should have let them attack with the Ragavan first, because they spell pierce the discharge. Actually, I don't even want to trade. Never mind. Yeah, one of mine, since I guess I'm not locked in. But watch this. Watch this, chat. Not Death and Taxes. Not Death and Taxes. Death and Taxes. Not Death. This is not a Death and Taxes deck. This is not a Death and Taxes deck. Now it's a Death and Taxes deck. I think next turn I can fire a Flame just as a draw too, but I do want to try to make Spell Pierce as dead as possible. Was Energy Resurgence back on an MH3 bingo sheet? I mean, after I saw all the energy cards, yeah. Hey Fran, good to see you. So right now our Murktide would be a 4/4. Let this go. Oh, wait. Null Drifter. I guess Null Drifter is not the end of the world, because I can go, like, Flame, Snap Flame, maybe. One on top, one on bottom. I was just thinking this would turn their Murktides off, but... I'm gonna draw 2, which is maybe a little greedy. Could have been good to bolt there. Alright, let's get this amulet down. Just so likely they have a counterspell. If they counter the bolt, it could be a little tricky. Yeah, it seems with double snare up, I feel like I'm just gonna fight over the Ragavan on their turn. The Ragavan hits me, it's not that big a deal either, maybe. So one problem here is a Murktide would now be a 6/6. Glad to get that Spell Pierce out of the hand. Maybe I should tap the amulet here. I kind of need a land. I'm so ahead on cards, I can just lose this Invert Polarity. Okay, I found the Galvanic Discharge, which at least can cover the base of a Murktide Regent. So now I've lost this Invert Polarity, but it still stays exiled, which just looks a little weird. Like I just drew another Invert, right? So now I can kind of comfortably snap off on this iteration because I have the Discharge for a Murktide. I don't know where my coin is. Heads gang. Damn it. Why do I not pick tails? It's good that I am a Magic streamer, not a gambling streamer. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just go try to snap flame. This probably gets countered. Oh, they have their own spell snare, huh? Okay. Oh, I guess it was better for me to discharge the Ragavan and then tap the amulet. Maybe I could counter the snare. But I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't necessarily want to do that anyways, I guess. The Dark Fire will not avail you. Spike, why amulet over Expressive Iteration? This card is better than Expressive Iteration. That'll be $5 a month for the rest of my life. Although I was playing D&D with a friend of mine yesterday, and they were like, you gotta get a new joke. They're upping the... a new catchphrase. They're upping the price of Twitch subs. You have to say $6 a month for the rest of your life now. The sideboard's a little different. I think the main deck is the same. I almost cut the third Invert Polarity, then I was like, nah, that card's crazy. So this is kind of good for us, because we get to flip our Tamiyo. Probably bottom the Party Thrasher, could keep it too. It's... doesn't seem to matter that much, probably. This deck is better than your deck, opponent. You have Murktide Regent, I don't. You have Ragavan, I don't. Is Tamiyo ever good? Yeah, Tamiyo is... Do you like 1 mana for loyalty planeswalkers? If you do, you might like Tamiyo. If you don't, you might not like Tamiyo. Yeah. This is clearly proving MH3 cards are better than MH2 cards. Oh no, they killed my Tamiyo. If only I had another one. There's a counterspell. Which my Tamiyo could convoke. Maybe better to Counterspell, but I think I just want to use the Bolt on this. I guess also maybe just Flame it, because you just want to get 2 for 1s off your Flame. Instant speed flip. Maybe. Kind of tap too low against a Murktide, though, if you do that, right? Yeah, this is just fine. Why have we lost Polarity forever? Because I tapped the Amulet again. I did it because I was so ahead on cards, I kind of wanted to hit a land drop, and I think it was okay. Might have been wrong. I'm gonna play around... Why am I playing around Spell Pierce here? If this is the last card we can't lose. I'm just so traumatized from Spell Pierce. I don't know. It feels like it could be their last card. Yeah, if DRC was a wizard, we'd have a big problem on our hands. So they got no cards in their hand. I got a few cards in my hand, plus an amulet, plus a clue. Your turn. Could counterspell as a display of dominance. Or just save the clue token to flip Tamiyo next turn. So do you think the polarities are not very good in these kind of matchups? This looks fine. Just one scolding the hearses for the polarities. So the expected worst flockers of the West, Tamiyo Rao. I didn't think I had Tamiyo lowest, did I? I at least I had Tamiyo in A tier. I thought Rao would be the worst. Rao is the best. At the moment, I would rank Rao, then Tamiyo, then Ajani, then Grist, then Soaring. I'm kind of blinded by anything that makes a food token, but I also haven't built a food Soaring deck yet, so maybe Soaring can still impress. But I was really high on Tamiyo, I thought. I was really low on Rao, but Rao's broken. Rao's the best one. That card is crazy. But it was just so hard to predict that Ruby Storm would be like kind of the best MH3 deck. Yeah, Flip to Johnny super broken. Yeah. It's a bit easy to contain, I think. No way Soren is worse than Grist. She doesn't do anything. I don't know. I've seen some people play Grist and Yogg, and she seems okay. But I don't know. Soren has also just not been very good for me in my like combo Soren decks, but we'll see how it performs in like food decks. I don't think Grist does nothing. I think the deck building with Grist is maybe the hardest. One lander on the draw. We got a lot of 1-drops. But what's on a model 6? Let's be nice and join them. Soren's 1 mana. Tommy's 1 mana. You have to answer it sometimes. You have 1 mana draw card. I mean, Tommy is very good. I don't actually necessarily agree that you have to answer it, though. I've definitely played a lot of games against Tamiyo where I just ignore it and do my thing, and they just don't have time to collect correct clues. Yeah, Alchemist Gambit in the side of Ruby Storm lets you win through the ring, because you can wish for goblins, make a bunch of goblins, wish for Alchemist Gambit, and attack, and the ring protection doesn't protect them. This would be a lot better if it wasn't having to spin a green. Yeah, spinning the green is tough, for sure. Well balanced, I think. Could you run Tamiyo Affinity? I've been working on a Tamiyo Affinity deck that is also playing the Blue Flare and is playing... So you can sack Tamiyo, Spyglass Siren, which like makes an artifact, sacks to Flare, and also Thought Monitor all seem like pretty reasonable cards to sack to your Flare. But it's like the deck really needs like one more cheap blue creature that makes an artifact. If I could play 8 Spyglass Sirens, I think the deck would be pretty nice. But you can only Unfortunately, play 4 of that card. Party time! This has a 4 toughness. I guess they have Delirium now? Not quite, actually. Instant sorcery, artifact, land. Oh, that's 4. So the specifically the time walk you played Ruby Storm says damage can't be prevented next turn. It's very weird, but perfect. You're hoping to dodge land Unholy Heat here. They land in the yard. 1 top, 1 bottom. Plays a canal. 4 cards in their hand. Nice. Alright, let's ditch a second Party Thrasher. So there's such a thing as too much partying. I can keep this because I can try to find a land off the Party Thrasher next turn. So if they Spell Pierce this, I'll discharge and then leave this back to block a Ragavan, but if this just happens, I'll attack. It's kind of risky though, because I guess I can Snap Discharge maybe against a Murktide. They keep a card on top. No Merc. Try to discard the Scolding here. Don't love this, but I think I just kind of get my card, you know what I mean? Now I've got enough energy for Snap Discharge. I guess 1 short for an 8/8. If they go like kill my Snapcaster attack with Ragavan next turn, that's probably okay. They also didn't seem to have a Murktide in their hand last turn. That's what they did. Sleep Kiss Fairy work as replacement for browser purposes. Yeah, people play Sleep Kiss Fairy, and the card isn't like the most embarrassing ever, but it is also not very good, and I wouldn't recommend it. You know what I mean? They exile a Channeler here. 3 cards in their hand. I'll just take a cheeky 3 for 1. So 4-1 turn 2 wins. Awesome, old school, very cool. So despite my opponent resolving 3 expressive iterations, I feel really ahead. Maybe they have a Murktide. I won't feel as ahead here. Nope, they don't have it. So I'm going to respond to this trigger with Attune the Narrative, I think. And then my hand is really, really good, so I think I'm just going to chill for now. So maybe it's just good to not slam the Amulet here. I boarded out my Invert Polarities. I think they're not very good in this matchup against just where you're counting all 2 drops and 1 drops. Kind of hard to care a lot about this card, right? But I think I'm just so ahead on cards. I'm just going to try to use my Snapcaster, get a nice little 2 for 1. If they counterspell my Snapcaster, I'll just let it go. If they Subtlety, I might counterspell back. No Texas Subtlety. We know they had a Ragavan in their hand. They dashed it against me earlier. Got 8 energy at the moment. What's nice is you don't really want 2 Thrashers very often, but it's just pretty easy to discard the second to the first one. So I'm going to exile this Lightning Bolt, but I want to cast Amulet first so it can be 4 damage. They have 2 cards in their hand. We might lose this fight, but we might win the war. So it's because we just have a discharge that can deal with a Murktide, and now we know the last card is just Ragavan too. The Thrasher's just like, you know, just so much selection too. Oh, no, so we killed the Ragavan. We don't know the last card. Sorry, we killed the Ragavan. Could still be a second Ragavan, though. But we don't know it. Okay, I'll take a Tamiyo between Tamiyo and Tamiyo. You know, Unholy Heat cannot kill a Murktide. Galvanic Discharge can. His opponent's seen a Murktide in 2 games. Honestly, people are not playing that many Murktides in these decks at the moment. A lot of times it's like Tamiyo, Ragavan, Channel, or 2 Murktides for some reason. People gotta let go of this card, I think. Let go of Tamiyo, I think. I am playing around another Snapcaster with the Thrasher here. Or there's another Ragavan with the Thrasher, I think, still. Dude, Thrasher is so good. I could Convoke this to help. Yeah, I'm gonna Convoke so I can't get my Spell Pierce counterspelled. No, my counterspell is Spell Pierced. I think I said that backwards. Party Thrasher is so good. Oh, sorry, because I have the O3 for Ragavan. Should have gotten it for one more. Oopsie doopsie. Yeah, we need to play a lot more Thrasher. Like next week is going to be Party Thrasher week for a few days, I think. I don't need this clue token, I guess, but can't you blame me? Just don't want to get my counterspell spell pierce still. That was a clinic. Opponent playing MH2 cards. I'm playing MH3 cards. They have to draw a lot of lands. I get the Party Thrasher all my lands away. Because, like, my opponent said hi GLHF, and then they took, like, a full 2 minutes to show up. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to 5. I don't need to fix the camera. Give me a second. I'm just going to do a hand hider for this one. Just in case. Oh. Never mind, I guess. This is my multi 5. They pitch Architects at Will. I just a slow living in player. Oh, and then my camera's all messed up. Professional streamer. Yeah, I think I don't know. My opponent going high GLHF or whatever, and then 2 minutes on their mulligan decision. It's just, you know, just sus enough. When we're 2-0 in the chally, just take a little extra precaution. Oh. I get all weird because I'm like stretching my face out. I'm gonna do hand hiding.
Oh, jeez, it's so bad. This is so good. It's so funny.
I think it's working. I just gotta jam the Thrasher. So yeah, if they jam Living in here, we're pretty toasted. They got to grief me earlier. I multiplied this game. not great. We do have these consigned memories, which help. We have consigns, hearses. I was also thinking this morning that I wanted to play Mindbreak Trap in this matchup, where like they go like Cascade, you counter, dispute, you counter, and then you just get them. Okay, play my amulet, tap the amulet. There's a counterspell, so if they somehow don't have a Cascader, which seems unlikely, it's usually unlikely, can counterspell. Okay, so I'm gonna cut these invert polarities, which are pretty bad against Living End if you gain control of them. We have flutes also. Forgot about the flutes. We also have Tidebinders. We got a lot of juice. Oh, the snares also need to come out. I guess Flame just like draw 2 end of turns, good against them not having Violent Outburst. And it's also like splash removal, which lets me go way down on these. So I can play like first discharge, first bolt. Bolt probably. I never realized how creepy Spike's fingers are. Thrasher doesn't seem insane. I agree. Oh, sorry. I usually bring in the Scoldings too. Yeah, Flame's probably enough removal. Let's try this. This is yeah, Consign stops Cascade, so we got a lot of juice. If we were gonna mold a 5, game 1 against Living In is, that's usually the best spot to mold a 5. Turning into a playmat. Yeah, I think it really innovated here on the hand hider meta. Really really getting there. We lost game 1 after the mold to 5. Got grief Living Ended. But again, if I'm going to mold a 5 ever in a match of Modern, it's game 1 against Living In, I tell you what. And then my Bird Shop was legal Modern. Yeah, pretty rare. I'm kind of playing it. I wanted it actually for this matchup and Ruby Storm. Can you saw wide play that? That'd be fire, yeah. Let's see if we can get Esther on it. Can we go wider? I keep. Esther's crackling from the other room. I hope she's laughing about this. We won't do the whole challenge like this, but my opponents, it took 3 minutes on their opening mulligan. If they are ghosting, though, this is like such good ghosting tech, because how could any opponent ever focus? That goes to Street Wraith. just gonna say no to discarding anything here. What's that, 9? Got them to miss their land drop here. Okay, all hand hider haters get a break. See my not that good hand. And my other face frozen. Again, we're not going to keep this for the whole time. Just maybe against this opponent. I'll try to stay as still as I can. Keep a counterspell on top. This hand hider really paying dividends. So I can just ping them for one. Okay, going to game 3. Got a lot of sideboard cards. Hard to feel too bad. And so distorted. Actually, this is what I look like normally. I have to distort my other webcam. I come from a very narrow-faced family, or squished family. Is the hand hider spoiler for new emote? Yeah, we could turn this into an emote. I haven't put a new emote out in a while, actually. The best part has been Esther like cackling maniacally in the background. Can you see a better Boris version of Future being at least competitive? Yeah, I think the thing is we have to let the metagame settle a little bit to tune it some more. That's pretty powerful. The Boris Energy top 8 last challenge? Awesome. I'm trying to keep a little bit more up with the challenge results, but it's tough where like I just do nothing but stream and build decks. So it's tough for me to also like be looking at the deck list on the Goldfish, but I'm trying. I love that they banned Violent Outburst. It's just, I love that they have banned Violent Outburst. If we don't get Force of Vigor, it'd be pretty bad. But I'd be kind of surprised if they had a lot of those in their deck for game 3 here. Party Thrasher just gets bounced off of this. Not that I have a Party Thrasher here. We have a Tamiyo. Don't have a counterspell for the subtlety somehow. I think I have to bottom this. Uh-oh. Classic living end game. My hand is so embarrassing right now. I'm just gonna go back to it. Classic living in game 3. So embarrassing. Let's try to fix the cam. Just gonna like put this on the other monitor. Ooh, cool. I'm printing an Emrakul. Oh, cool. This is like the Through the Breach deck. They have the nuts, or the good start. So this deck has been going. I saw it on Twitter. Someone sent it to me also. It's a green-red Through the Breach deck that's using Ugin's Labyrinth into Talisman to like ramp into Through the Breach. And it's also playing like Kozilek's Command, a lot of Eldrazi cards. Looks pretty sweet. Turn 2 ring, nice. Pretty gross. Invert Polarity is a super fun card to find here. There's an Unstable Amulet, though. I think I should probably go for the Amulet. There's another Invert Polarity, which we can convoke out next turn, but if they just turn 3, on Through the Breach me, it is what it is. Yeah, 0-mana Tamiyo is fun. Dude, they didn't even tap the ring. Yeah, I mean, turn 2 ring, turn 3 Through the Breach, Emrakul. It's pretty fucking nuts. So I've got Consign to Memories I can bring in. I've got Tidebinders also. Flute for the rings. Oh, Meltdown? Yeah, let me take a look at the list real quick. Let's play Mycospawn, Thoughtnauts, Stirrings, Devours, All is Dust. In the sideboard, there's Battle Mages, Chalices, Null Elemental Blast. Probably bring this in. I got Flame of Anor for Chalice. Yeah. We go down to 1 Spell Snare. Cut the bolts, keep in the discharges. We dump 1. Trim Tamiyo 4, Snap 4, Tune 4. My Nadu opponent's not doing too much. I think we're both double queued in the Chali. Oh, they veiled my grief. Never mind. What happens if you gain control through the Breach of the Invert Polarity? I gain the ability to put a creature into play. I did trim a discharge. It's pretty bad. I think I'm going to give it a go, though. So we got lands and Tidebinder. They reveal a Devourer of Destiny. Second Surveillance also helps this hand a lot. What do you want? Any discharges? They're playing Thoughtnauts Seer. They're playing Soaring Mycospawn. Run Forest. I'm just gonna go ahead and concede this Nadu match over here. That seems like I'm probably gonna win because the Harsh Minter is kind of going crazy, but just focus on this. Seems okay. Being able to like tune so I can kill a Thoughtnauts Seer with discharge seems nice. I think I got a Tidebinder this trigger. Let them have the card. Nice, we have Invert Polarity up with the ability to Flame of Anor and tune into turn if they don't play into us. Yeah, this is the challenge match, so I was double queuing for a little bit. So I didn't focus up here. I should see what they exiled. 2 Kozilek's commands in the chalice. It's a lot. Use it for concession. Yeah, I'm playing the challenge match. I just wanted to focus on this. I know the Minter was probably going to be good. Deep Goose, so I just wanted to focus on the challenge match. Not double queue. And then we like still had game 3 to play, so I just wanted to focus. Flame of Anor is so insane at the moment. Such a good playing Storm today. I thought so too. Then we played this deck yesterday, and it's been really, really, really good. And I asked on Twitter what people wanted to see, and this was like overwhelmingly the chosen. Maybe we could have destroyed Ring because they get rid of Tidebinder. I'm not that worried about them getting rid of Tidebinder. I'm more worried about them like kicking Myco spawns and stuff. Hopefully their hand isn't Veil of Summer Emrakul. I'm gonna choose heads. I don't really mind losing this flip so much. One time I lost a GP. I was 8-0 with Jeskai Control, and my opponent had 3 copies of Through the Breach in their deck. And I lost because my opponent drew top deck the 3rd one. It was the only card I lost to, and so I did not get to finish day 1 at 9-0. Okay. So one big problem, I guess, is that this Devour can get rid of my Tidebinder, which can unlock their ring. I think I still have to counter this. And then maybe I can win my coin flip, huh? They've been printing Emrakul. I guess it makes sense. They can just put it back into their hand. Alright, so if we win the flip, we win the game. Why do I just... Tails has been so crazy weighted. So unfair. I'll start choosing Tails, I guess. I'm defeated. But I know as soon as I start choosing Tails, it's gonna go heads. Not as lucky as Mingu. Yeah, I'm Gambler's Fallasing really hard with heads at the moment. Also boarded out my bolts. Hopefully they draw a Thought Seer at some point. Kind of feel like they've got Kozilek's command too. Could dig so deep for their combo. Thrasher probably a little slow here. I'm casting it. Although I guess I beat Through the Breach Emrakul, right? Because they have to also have a ring. And they also didn't have Kozilek's command. So yeah, so if they don't have another ring here, we win. They've already used 2, so if the other 2 are just in the bottom 30. Do you have another ring? Wish I had won that freaking flip. They got 5 cards. Interesting. They're not tapping the ring. I've already used 2 Through the Breaches.
So I got Invert Polarities and Flame of Anors. If K command instant response, well, I have Consign, can counter K command. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, they are like really close to Evercast Emrakul. 14? 4, 5, 6, 7. So them tapping the ring means that that and my Snapcaster attack, maybe. So to see a single another Eldrazi. I mean, the list that I've seen is playing Thought on Seer. I don't know if they like boarded them out. I guess we still have the Flame of Anors, so. Okay, these amulets are looking nice. They have any way to gain life or kill my snap? They got a ring. Okay, well, we lost some coin flips. We won the game anyways. Okay, let's go down to discharges. Let's get Tamiyo 4 back in, Snap back in, Tune back in. We have 4 ways to answer a Chalice on turn on 1. We have a lot of 2s. We also have Flames. 1 discharge, 4 Flames, probably enough removal. Pretty scary that they were like just gonna hardcast Emrakul on me, but if I could stop them from ringing, maybe that'd be fine. Nice hand. Opponents on mull to. Oh no, they did not mulligan. They're devouring. Mageman Lizard over Mindbreak Trap. I don't know. I want to Mindbreak Trap for both Living End and Storm, but you could maybe Lizard's just better. Love 61. Oh, I didn't mean to be 61. So let's see if we get Chalied. Nope. I think I'm gonna hold up the Consign here. Next time we can go Tamiyo with Consign up, then maybe Snap Consign. Does Dress Down stop the on the cast triggers? No, but Consign can counter the cast triggers. You get another copy of Ugin's Lab. So if they have Through the Breach Emrakul and another thing to imprint, and I don't find a counterspell, we die. Well, we get Emrakul. Maybe we don't die. I could just counter the Emrakul Annihilator trigger and take 15. Yeah, that'd be fine, probably. Tidebinder imprint. Well, not if they cast it this turn, is what I'm saying. Like they could cast it this turn. Kind of scared of Kozilek's command here because I can't really consign it, right? MH3 somehow draw me back to MTG. Thank you, Eyes. Glad to see you back. Yeah, I think we just let this go. So cast with Replicate. Countered this. Replicate twice. I think I'll hold up the ability to snap, replicate, instead of playing Surveil Land here. Fair enough, I guess. You have 4 Flame of Anors. Shock this so that I can crack Clue. I guess I crack Clue now. Nice. Come on! I'm doing Tails. Of course. Okay, Tails never loses. Tails forever, forever, forever. I can't believe how many times it's been Tails when we've been playing this card. It's kind of unreal. Seems like the Dark Fire may not avail my opponent. I'm not suggesting there's a bug, but I am commenting on the degree it's been Tails. Maybe I should have counted the ETB. I just have so many cards. It's probably okay not to. Probably also okay to just run out of Tidebinder, but... Could maybe die to this ring. Kind of scared of dying to the ring, honestly. So I should play a Thrasher. Oh no, I can't fucking count. I thought I had 8 mana. So let me see what I draw here. Now, because now I need to be able to have a counterspell up still. Can't count, sorry. Oh, I can Tidebinder my own ring, or Consign ring maybe too. It's kind of okay. Let them draw 1. Weird game. Don't want to fetch and let them resolve K command either. So I'm down to 11. I'll just fetch it up, keep to thin. Down to 11, then down to 8. I think I will not die to this ring, probably. Famous last words. Entropy Angel with the 29 months. Glad you're liking the stream. Thank you so much. I kind of don't believe that their last card is an Emrakul. And if it is an Emrakul, I can even just Tidebinder the attack trigger. I'm kind of playing with fire for no reason if I let it resolve. So let's counterspell. But I will say I don't think their last card is Emrakul. I think this is just a bait spell. No reason not to counter. Yeah, I agree. I was trying to think and see if I could talk myself into not countering. What do you block with? The Tidebinder. Yeah, I think it was right to counter. I was just pretty sure they would not have put an Emrakul in, and if they did, we'd probably not lose anyways, but still should counter. Also, do I even care about this? I mean, they only have 2 cards in their hand. Like, I can't even... I just got Tidebinder. Emrakul's flying. Not if you Tidebinder it, it doesn't have flying. Not my Party Thrasher. So I need to find a spell to cast from exile, which I guess I can just do with my Snapcaster Mage. Are we the last match of the round? There's no way. We both have 14 minutes on the clock. Cool deck for sure. Excited to see it in action. Glad I brought my consigned memories with me today. I wish I had a 4th one after we lost the living end. You just go on Tidebinder. Okay, now. Dude, I'm like 4-1 in die rolls today in the Chally. Gonna mulligan my 7. Keep my 6. I'm going to put back the Amulet. The fire out, kill them. Yeah, the Painlands and Stormers are interesting. I don't know if they're right. I think like with Ral dealing you so much damage, I've been staying away from Painful Lands. Dude, this is my second Elves opponent this challenge. They're 4-1. Or 3-1. Sorry. So I got really punished for playing Otawara here, actually, because if I got Steam Vents, I could have just held up Discharge and then Flamed next turn, but probably not that big a deal. Yeah, Party Thrasher was crazy yesterday. Soon to be 4-1. I don't know. I think Elves is good. We need to play more Elves. We only played one league so far. We went 4-1. Dude, I'm like having a really good time with MH3. Shit has been really fun. I think I'm just gonna discharge the Ranger. MH3 gave Elves Quarian Ranger, a new Eladamri, and Priest of Titania. And the deck, I think at least in like this less interactive metagame, I think the deck has been pretty good, especially because it's so good at like courting for hate pieces too. I think I'm gonna leave the Tamiyo back here. Snapcaster's not bad. I think I can keep the Snapcaster because I'm probably going to go like Counterspell this turn, or maybe set Clue if for some reason they don't play into anything. And then on my turn, Flame of Anor, flip Tamiyo, and then maybe I can like Snap Flame. Quarian Ranger's already modern. Sorry, I meant Symbiote. I always get those two cards mixed up. No, Goblins got shit. Got Warren Soul Trader and Mogma. Both those cards are great. Can't say Goblins didn't get anything. I'd like 2 cards. I'd like to deal 5. Thank you. All right, flip Tamiyo. I haven't tried to do Ugin's Binding. Elder Defeat, Null Drifter, and like also the like Force Spike Eldrazi sounds pretty fun though. Yeah, and the Black MDFC creature. Yeah, Goblins got 3 cards, Elves got 3 cards. What do you want? To complain? Uh-oh. Come on, Eldar, maybe. Please don't Heritage Druid me. If they have Cord or Heritage Druid, it's so bad. Detecting Tamiyo, right? I messed around a little bit with Primal Prayers. It has not been very good so far in my testing. Okay, Symbiote, thankfully. That was the card from hand, not from the library. Although Symbiote is actually not good for me because they can protect their Eldamri now. So I don't love this, but I think I have to go Amulet into Snap Discharge on the Symbiote and let them have Eladamri for a turn. Might find something better off the Amulet. Sleepgirl's Fairy is unplayable. Or it's like borderline, I don't know. It's people do play. I think the card's bad though. And I think you don't need it because you have Thrasher and Tamiyo and Snapcaster. You don't need more wizards. So they didn't brick Adelphia completely. They have another symbiote that they cast from the top of the library. So now killing this old army is going to be even tougher. 3B Storm. Sorry, forgot that this was going on. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm still up 4 minutes. I'm still up 4 minutes in this game. So everything at Tamiyo. I could block here to save the Tamiyo, and also just kill a creature seems nice. They might bounce the Sentinel, which would also be okay. They do bounce the Sentinel. And they cast Azuri? Oh. Okay, so I drew Flame of Anor, but I mean, I have to find another removal spell. Because I could have tapped the amulet first. So they do need a land to activate the Azuri. This is the challenge. Fuck. We're toast. Okay, we won the challenge. Won the league match. I'm not sure if I'm sort of trash. Did you test it our first try? We 5-0'd our league with it yesterday. It was incredibly good. It's been incredibly good all tournament too. We're 8-1 overall with the wizard list. I agree that it's not good when we're really behind against elves. Was the match done game 1? No, not that. No, this was game 3. This is game 1 here. It's so weird to be on this side of the table from elves. I'll concede we can never win. It's kind of okay. So we did lose game 1 last time we played this matchup too. Then we won both sideboard games. I'm gonna bring in the Scoldings, the Dress Downs. I decided I played one Tidebinder in the play, not in the draw. I don't know if I liked that or not. Only Meltdown said all artifacts are all elves. Kind of the invert polarities. I actually really liked Party Thrasher in the matchup. Don't hit one Tidebinder on the play. Yeah, I think I'll do still one Tidebinder play, not on the draw. Spare now has few targets. No, it doesn't. It has at least 8. Probably it is at least 4 War Master, 4 Priest of Titania. Does Flute turn off any relevant elves? Turns off Azuri, but you shouldn't be trying to like contain Azuri. You need to like just kill all their elves and have Azuri do nothing, and then bolt Azuri for 1 mana. Could be better to go like Discharge and the Counterspell, but I think you got to get this going. So what's nice about Sentinel is I don't have to discharge it. Discharge is really good against elves. Might be good to block this turn. I'm probably not second all the clues ever, and I'm not flipping it anytime soon. Think Aether Spike would be too powerful 1 mana? Yeah. Yeah. Way too powerful. 1 mana 1 mana counter target spell unless you pay 2 is way too good. And then also has the upside of the energy stuff. There's not that many 2 mana counter spells or 2 mana spells in general that you could just make it 1 mana. Yeah, imagine if Spell Pierce could hit any spell and also lets you store energy or spend more energy. Yeah, even if it was 1 energy, 1 mana, way too good. Could be party time. Let's hold up the counterspell. Slash clue token. Yeah, I think pretty good. We played 1 league with it, we were 4-1. I like the list we played. Play some more next week. Might get endurance. I'm just gonna still sack this clue. Be interested in flipping there. I think you just gotta hold a counterspell for Eldamri. I guess you could like pick up this charge. If they have endurance, it's really bad. Now I would love for them to cast endurance. Opponent, I declare you cooked. Could not do anything else. Target Ranger Symbiote. It's kind of a cool idea, yeah. Mind Break, I have it in the side for Ruby Storm and Living End. Mostly just trying it out. Could be a different card. So they're repping another counterspell. For another endurance. But they didn't cast it. So I'll have the Thrasher, so I could two-mode Flame of Anor, but... Also, if they cast Endurance, I don't even have to counter it. I just, like, can block with my 1-4. I think there's gonna court for 1, maybe. Okay, we'll just pay -2 life, maybe. It's been a little while. Skimfar, Shadow Sage. They have 2 cards in their hand, only 2 mana. Should be safe enough to flame the Sage here. Take 1 less. Court for 1. Good play, good play. Not as safe as I thought, huh? Seems like I'm probably just going to go Flame plus Counterspell this turn. Also attack, since their creatures have no power now. And I guess I should just Flame the Symbiote on my turn to like make another chord worse. So maybe I would have wanted to play Untapped Land instead, but it should be okay. I would never play Damping Sphere in this deck, or I wouldn't play Damping Sphere in this deck Bolt, but I don't think you would need Blood Moon for my sideboard plans. Obviously, Moons are fine to play in the sideboard of blue decks. It's not rocket science. So there's Forest, Shadow Sage, Mystery card. I'm not sure exactly. They might just court again. But they can't save Symbiote with Symbiote. I think Elves is good. We actually played against it already once this round, or its tournament. Lost game 1 both times. So what are they getting? Because they can't Symbiote a Symbiote. If they have like Sylvan Safekeeper, I'm not gonna counter this. The Eldrazi matchups have been good with this version. I haven't lost to them, but I've only played against like the green-red Breach deck once. I don't think I played against it yesterday. But Consign to Oblivion does a lot. Flame of Anor is really good. This deck's also just kind of powerful in general. So then has Quarian Ranger, Shadow Sage Mystery card. And they played the Forest already, that they bounced. Should have done that last time, I guess. So Forest back in the hand. The creatures can't attack as the Tamiyo, or can't attack profitably. Discard a Thundering Falls. Take an Unstable Amulet. So I'm going to Bolt the Symbiote. Play Snapcaster, target Lightning Bolts. And then I'm going to Convoke out Unstable Amulet for 0 mana. And then we're going to flash back the Bolt, which will deal them extra damage off the Amulet. Okay, the Tidebinder on the draw. I meant to cut the Tidebinder on the draw. Oh, and bring in the 4th tune, sorry. Okay. Snapcaster doesn't cast from exile. Yeah, you can't convoke for the Snapcaster card, but I was using the Snapcaster to convoke the Amulet out. Could Thrasher and Amulet be part of a power down stack? Yeah, maybe. I'd be open to that. We'll then have turn 2 Eladamri. That would be so good against this hand. It's lock in, baby. Bad time for the boom arm to break. Gotta play around Eladamri. I did lose weight, actually. I lost like 20 pounds this year. They don't play Cavern because they need a lot of forest for Quarian Ranger and sideboard splash cards too. And also you play like the new 6-mana MDC, makes it hard for your forest count. There also are not a ton of counterspell decks in the meta. Why do we not play Tamiyo? I'm holding up Counterspell to play around Eladamri. A little bit scared of Endurance, so I don't want to hold up. I don't like snap Counterspell to turn into Endurance. Two cards in their hand. One card in their hand. You can play second Tamiyo so that we can protect this one, like be able to minus it and get a spell back and still have it in play. Overplaying to the narrative. Not a big thing. Okay, no plays is probably a win for us, huh? I'm gonna target Counterspell here, because my opponent has Endurance. I need to dress down Endurance and have Counterspell up on their turn. Well, I guess I could target Flame, then snap Counterspell Endurance. Probably just better do this, though. Should be fine to let resolve. I think I should just snap Discharge with Scolding up. It's kind of bad if I get Eladam Read, but I can even like buy a turn with Dress Down. And then I'll trade Snapcaster for Sentinel if they want. Just counter, in my opinion. Just really don't need to. Although I guess them getting Priest of Titania kind of means like their last card is a gas. Okay. I play a lot of elves. I play more elves than most people, I think. 4-1. I don't really keep up with that kind of stuff. So I'll have to play against Gigantha. So it could be Ruby Storm. Spell Snare would be good against Ruby Storm. Could be a lot of different decks. I think I can keep it to the narrative. We have to hold up Spell Snare for Ruby here. I'm trying to move this T away from me. Get Spell Snared. $44 actually, maybe exaggerated. Let's say 100K. 100 sounds right. Okay, I Spell Snared your Ruby. Surely not killing me turn 3. I don't know. Tough to leave up Discharge, not cast the Tamiyo. Maybe it was right. We're getting punished for sure. Okay, they hit 2 lands, 3 cards left in their hand. They did a Pyretic Ritual and a Passive Flame, so we're 1 ritual away from death. Dead. Ruby Storm is better than Nadu combo. Ruby Storm better than Nadu combo. Obviously, could have held up the Discharge there. I think it was okay to jam. Got really punished. Is what it is. Bring in the Mindbreak Trap. Tidebinder's okay against Ral. It's extra pressure. The Hearses are really not very good, to be honest. But like being able to exile a Passive Flames that you counter is nice. Polarity is kind of expensive. Not going to play Consign, I think. Has Ruby even topped an event? Yeah, it's top 8 at lots of challenges. You're still on 3? Yeah. Although I've been like bored of them out in like every game, so take that as you will. I kind of like that being able to like steal their exile spells. Couldn't they have fizzled? No, at that point they could not fizzle. You wanted to cut them yesterday. I wanted to trim 1. I didn't want to go down to like any more than that. But I decided to keep them. And you know we've only lost 1 match with the deck. Polarity's been good. I agree, you could trim 1. Kind of tough to tap out for Thrasher, I guess. Yeah, I guess they could lose 18 flips in a row, but let's maybe. Consign to Member hits the rubies. I mean, I have 4 Flame of Anor for rubies, though. This hand is like very scary on the draw, but thankfully we're on the play. To entomb a Pyretic Ritual. I've tested Harbinger of the Seas. I think it's pretty bad in this deck. I've been really unimpressed by that card. They flip a Veil of Summer, a good card to know about. I think I have to play my Amulet here, right? I guess I could just sack a Clue, end of turn, pretend like I have some interaction that they might play around. Which they're kind of likely to because they have the Veil of Summer. Yeah, I know they still have the Veil of Summer. There's a Ral, there's a Reckless Impulse. Although, Invert Polarity doesn't always beat Veil of Summer. Or Veil of Summer doesn't always beat Invert Polarity, sorry. It's kind of interesting. Okay, let's discard probably a Tamiyo or an Amulet. So pick Tune the Narrative and then not cast it. I could play Tamiyo then and then I guess no. Well, maybe it's okay. Because I still have the Bolt for the Ral, and the Invert Polarity isn't very good against this Veil of Summer that I know about. So I can pick up Flame of Anor and kill that next turn. And presumably bolt the Ral and snare the Impulse. I mean, I just know they have Veil of Summer, so I don't know what to do here. They can, even if they have an instant, like, they can respond. Try to win the flip. I wanted to give myself the option to buy something else back with Tamiyo next turn, which is why I didn't buy back Flame this last turn. No, they can cast... The Veil does not go away. The Veil stays forever. Yeah, they exiled the Veil with the Amulet killed, but this is still castable. This is still just castable. First snare, then bolt. They have Veil of Summer. Why are they grape shotting now? Why wouldn't they Reckless Impulse first? Because they have Ritual Pass and Flames as their last two cards? They just have Grape Shot as their last two cards. Oh, they have Empty the Warrens? Dude, I just have Tamiyo. What a punt. Lucky me. Kill him with an Amulet eventually. Sorry, I don't know. I'm not attacking with this. Oh, I can also, yeah, ultimate the Tamiyo. Sorry. I feel a little jittery right now. Here's Giganta, though. Yeah, it is kind of crazy that it could have just grape shot at my Tamiyo. Okay, discharge. Why not attack with Tamiyo? I don't know. It just obviously should have. There's like so much going on in this game, but just you know, throwing a little bit. They probably should board out their empties, right? Yeah, but now I can just ultimate this Tamiyo, draw infinite cards, and then flip the other one, activate the other one. I didn't need to make a clue token also. So maybe I wait on snap bolting until after I have more amulets in play. I can at least just bolt them here. Can we get through enough damage? Yeah, our amulets will win the game. We'll be able to, like, snap bolt is 6, and then we can snap bolt at least twice. What can't they attack? My Tamiyo is making it to where if they attack, their goblins become 0/1s. So do I have another Snapcaster in my hand? I don't remember clicking OK to go to combat. Don't see another snap. Okay. I guess we'll just get a Party Thrasher going. We've got Counterspell, Counterspell, Spell Snare, Mindbreak Trap up. It should beat the Veil of Summer. This will also, trigger off the amulets. Okay. Put it back in. I need to, use the restroom real quick. Probably not going to sideboard too much, but...
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Let's see. Maybe the first Consign is good. Consign, knowing that they brought in Empty the Warrens, Consign seems kind of better, right? Put 1 over the second Scolding. Yeah, Empty might not stay in, but also just kind of like Amulet activation. Not that that's like particularly good, I guess. I think it's good to get Tamiyo going here for the flame. Because we can go like Counterspell on turn 2, and then like start Killer Amulet maybe, or their Realm. Skill issue. Nadu, so good. Nadu's pretty good. This is playing better now. Yeah, I know. I don't know. Yeah, I think people are complaining about the wrong deck. I mean, Ruby Storm is sweet. I like the deck, but it is really, really, really good. We are just dead on turn 2 here. No, it's just like actually impossible for them to fizzle too. Yeah, they at the very least have empty. Nice. Okay, we're in a lot of die rolls this tournament. We're going to 5 at least. Building Boros Synergy, what sideboard card record for Nadu? Harsh Mentor, although you could even main deck it. Put back 2 lands. It's probably fine. But it's also on a multi 6. They don't want to join me at 5. Kind of rude. Up against is it probably Bant Nadu? Or sorry, Nadu Hammer? Could just be regular Nadu, I guess. Okay, looks like Nadu Hammer. Spill some tea. The Marsh Flat's kind of throwing me off, I guess. So I'm pretty tempted to just run out Snapcaster. Let's do that. Don't think I would offer the trade, not sure. Their hand is Hammer, 2 mystery cards. Got a Counterspell. Tough mold to 5. Up and Tree seems good. I just kind of need my wizard in play. Might kill the Giver so if they draw Nadu, it doesn't do anything. Poor Bant Hammer players. Okay, you got me. Tails Gang! I'm now a proud member of the Tails Gang. What the heck? That's not supposed to happen. So if I Surveil first, I can't draw any 3-drop. We have a lot of 3s, but... I was told Tails never fails. What gives? Yeah, I should do a spreadsheet of heads versus tails. Funny. I'll just save the energy for the discharge for now. Maybe it's good to kill this, though. Let's see what we draw. Okay, seems safe enough. Well, just wait a turn. Give me Nadu. Nadu for me. And consider it. Dude, if Nadu was a 2-3, everybody would be fine. MH3 would have been perfect. I still want these Scoldings. Scolding's better than Snare. Kind of want the first Snare, I don't know. Just love Spell Snare, I guess. These Tidebinders seem okay, too. I kind of can't remember if I like Tidebinder against Hammer or not, because I just don't play against the deck anymore. Seems okay. It's just something like this. Pretty hand. His power toughness seems pretty relevant every time I see him play just comboing. Well, it'd be in play comboing a lot less often if you could Stern Scolding it or Lightning Bolt it or Galvanic Discharge it. That being said, I don't think Nadu is the, again, the most oppressive deck. I think Ruby Storm is better. Want to use your Spell Pierce already? 2 givers? Your mom lets you have 2 giver runes? Should upkeep that. Okay, Nadu's broken. Nadu's broken. If you have double giver, Spell Pierce, Springleaf Drum. Sure, Esther. I'll take some food. Oh no. Taco Bell, maybe? Be in a lot better shape if... Oh, come on. Both Thundering Falls? Might lose a game. Gotta adjust down so that my discharge doesn't get exiled, I guess. Not to be gross. Got 1 card in their hand. So I can go discharge the giver. They trigger Nadu. They tap giver, target Nadu after they draw a card. And then I respond to that and I snap discharge Nadu. They draw another card. Now I block the Sanctifier. I think it's better to just like let this damage happen and do that end of turn so they can't like draw another Nadu and cast it. I feel like opponent definitely misplayed not trigger Nadu. Well, they're playing around Galvanic Discharge, because if I just have a Galvanic Discharge here and they tap the giver, they kind of just lose the game. Ah! You're targeting the Sanctifier? Oh, sorry. The reveal Springleaf Drum. I was supposed to respond to that, though. So if I reveal a Spell Pierce, it's my fault that I lose this game. They reveal another Nadu. It's pretty good. And that's how we deal with another Nadu. Stop Scolding. So Nadu is a 3/4. If Nadu could be Scolding, things would be a lot better. Another Sog, that's pretty good. I will say, Flame of Anor, this is like one of the only ways to like kill a Nadu and be up a card. Although the Sanctifier exiling it so I can't Snap Flame and clean up some constructs is kind of tough. They reveal a Hammer. Not a very good card in their deck. Seems like a good attack. I want to bolt this so I can try to go Snap Scolding. Right. I don't know how I missed this. Bad streamer. So I guess I was supposed to Tidebinder the activation. Sorry about that. I have a Meltdown in my deck. I need more Flame of Anors. I need a Dress Down, Meltdown. I got a lot of outs. They have a Hammer. And 2 unknowns. Would have been so much to ask for you to just play into my Stern Scolding opponent. Meltdown, Dress Down, Flame of Anor. Thrasher honestly digs pretty hard. Goodbye, Mailbox. 7 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Can you cast Pure Steel, maybe? Guess I'm just dead. Well, not dead, but I lose my Party Thrasher. I might as well be dead. Okay, so if I draw Meltdown, we're in it. Even Dress Down doesn't really do it anymore. No way to win this. I could draw Meltdown. I'd be ahead. Only have 1 though, and I've got 2 looks. I saw a red new card. Okay, so I can Snap Tune. I guess the Discharge means if I draw Dress Down, we're okay. So 2 outs instead of 3. Oh, and they get pinged for 1. Flame of Anor! Not good enough. Okay, game 3. Don't look at the 4th Tamiyo for some reason. Yeah, I think I just wanted the 4th Thrasher so I can just be digging for my sideboard cards. Got both. They're using Flutes. I think Flutes and Needles in general kind of... Flute especially being 2 mana, it's kind of inefficient against Hammer. It's like, it stops the Paladin against the Hammer stuff, but doesn't stop the Sigardazade. We have other answers to Saga. Just not the biggest fan. Alright, very good. Turn 1 from our opponent. Being a Fireflare out is as good as Force Negation. I think it's a good card. Finding the right deck for it's tough. Couple up on moving the side of those Saga decks. We'll see. We're getting hammered here, but hammer without Shadow Spirit won't be too scary. We have, 4 flames, we have Meltdown. We got a bunch of chump blockers too. Okay, I gotta chump with Tamiyo this turn, I guess. They did find their second land. Don't think I need the extra land necessarily, but so I guess what I should do is I should just cast Snapcaster. Oh, but if I tap it to convoke it, then I don't get to block the Ornithopter. We have 4 flames, a Meltdown to dig to. Seeing 3 cards a turn. We'll find it. I'll flash in the Snapcaster end of turn if my opponent doesn't play any threats. The Darkfire will not avail you, opponent. It might avail them, actually. Because, like, they probably have a Spell Pierce. I was really hoping to hit a land. Oh, main phase the flame, then convoke the counterspell against Spell Pierce. That was the line, yeah. Sorry, Party Thrasher. It's okay, you can cast a spell, don't be scared. Oh, I didn't Spell Pierce that. I'm gonna cycle the... I need to save this for a Saga. Or I can just discard it to the Party Thrasher next turn, maybe, if I draw a good card. I'll discard the Scolding. I really didn't find a land? Okay, I guess no more playing around it. I can kill the Ornithopter instead of the Hammer, because they have Sigardazade. So I still draw 2. Okay. Maybe not good to tell my opponent I'm shields down, but we're alive. So I gotta do this main phase. Then do another surge. Nope. Okay, I yield. Not a broken. Tough match, dude. I need to find a Flame of Anor like a turn sooner. Okay, thank you for watching today. Fun stream. I like the wizard deck. We did trim Invert Polarity a lot. I think I want to cut at least the third from the main deck, but I still like the card overall. The Darkfire did avail them after all. That match give you ideas for an additional counterplay cards. Well, we need to play lock pieces against Storm. That seems like something that seemed like the case. I kind of want a second Meltdown after losing to Hammer, I guess, but a little bit early to say. It's very Tony, who's playing some Legacy. Fun stream. Thank you for watching.
Ha 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 ha!